Hello and welcome to the Deaf Young Boy Podcast. My name's Sean, joining me as always the one and only Dante Bob from Miss Buckingham. How are we?
Oh my god!
Whoa!
After that. Last time we spoke, you were channeling Zach Lowe in Croatia, but this time I'm getting much more of a Nate Duncan in Spain kind of energy from you.
It's funny because, I said, let's make some timeless jokes so that we can like bank these, right? And we'll just schedule them once a week. And then so obviously every time we do a podcast, we have a beer. But obviously if we're recording 3 podcasts in one night, we're just drinking multiple beers. I thought that was funny.
And we just invented hanging out.
If you record enough podcasts, you eventually get to see your friends more often.
Did we? Yeah. Is this actually that we just want to spend time with each other? Like we didn't know how to do it, so we needed to.
Well, it's like me when I go watch the footy with you guys, and I just sit in front of the TV with my back towards it and just talk to you guys. I fucking hate that sport, man.
Yeah. It's so, bro. This not for nothing. This weekend.
Which is obviously the weekend of the 27th of August. How about that one single game between Gold Coast and Essendon to make up for the missed game at the
I hate this game. You fucking love it. That's going to be complete chaos.
Why?
Well, because we're Gold Coast's possible range of outcomes based on their result this weekend and then that game against Essendon is that they could finish anywhere from 2nd to 9th.
Really?
So there will be, into the middle of the bye week, one team that doesn't know if it's in finals. And there will also be 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 teams that don't know who their finals matchup's going to be.
So
rather than have a week to prepare for, Adelaide if you're Collingwood.
Why did it get delayed?
Half a day.
The floods.
It's around 0 because of a Ciclone.
Which is obviously the Italian word for cyclone.
Yeah. So the Brisbane and Geelong game got delayed as well.
Yeah, but he's found somewhere for
that was rescheduled for the round 3 bye week.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the Gold Coast game couldn't be.
Yeah.
So that.
So there's a chance that Essendon has nothing to play for and Gold Coast can make the playoffs with a win.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Gold Coast will almost certainly win.
It
would be probably the upset of the year if Essendon in the last game of the season went into Gold Coast and won.
That's so stupid.
But my Google calendar says Sunday I'm going to the Fremantle versus the Western Bulldogs.
This was last Sunday. I'm winking at Dante for people who don't see.
And then on Sunday night, it's the fucking mighty flying
Brisbane Lions against
the Hawthorn Hawks at the Gabba.
Of old.
Pretty much winner gets top 4.
A Jeff Kennett's own.
Yeah. JKO. It's a big weekend. Also, Chelsea have, I believe, West Ham at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. So
on Saturday, which just passed, we went to the Galactic Cafe together with some other friends.
Not until October.
Oh, is it not this Saturday?
Are you taking the...
No, I'm not taking that. I'm leaving.
Taking the Michele?
Bro, maybe I forgot to delete it out of my diary.
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, bro.
It's the first weekend in October.
Yeah, full is. It would be right there. Well...
Go, make sure that's in your October calendar there.
Yeah, it will be. Trust me. There's someone who didn't delete it from my thing. Yeah. It's in October. Yeah, it is. It was. Well, I was going to say, do you want to watch soccer after that? Because there's a 9:30 game.
What? Who's that?
Someone. Let's not talk about that. The thing I wanted to talk to you at the start of this episode, and this episode only.
I'll watch soccer with you.
Yeah, let's watch soccer. But
I'm listening.
Have you got Stan Sport?
Oh, Saturday night, 9:30. Yeah, I'll
Tottenham City. Yeah.
I'll fucking watch that with you.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I need to get it out of the house.
Yeah.
Should we watch that at a pub?
Got to figure out where that is because the footy will be on.
Tottenham.
Let's talk about this off air.
Yeah.
I do have some sport,
and it's $40 a month or something.
When you combine it, it's $20 a month plus whatever your regular Stan subscription is.
Do you have to have regular Stan?
I don't think so.
Do you have it?
We all do in my family,
a big split.
Yeah. So I don't pay for the Stan.
Yeah.
there is a family Instagram account.
Okay. All right. I feel like we've done enough fucking intro. I may as well just fucking save this intro for the next episode. Would you like that? Would you like to get right into the pod?
No, let's
All right. Well, Dante.
let's talk about some orange ball, round ball.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Over-unders, if you haven't listened to the first part, we would implore you to listen to the first part. It will let you know exactly what we're doing. If you don't, God help you, because we're going to get right into it. Now, kicking off with the Denver Nuggets, their number is set at 53.5. They added Cam Johnson, Jonas Valanciunas, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown, and Daron Holmes is coming back after missing his entire rookie season with an injury. They lost Michael Porter Jr., Vlatko Kanka, Dario Saric, Russ Westbrook, and DeAndre Jordan. Wow, you've written under. I'm writing over, man, in the bit where we fill out our guesses.
Wow. Tell me why.
So Michael Porter Jr. was quite bad at basketball. I don't want to hear Zach Lowe say, but he's a tall shooter. They're hard to replace. Bro, he's pretty bad on defense and scoring in the paint. Yeah. Cam Johnson is, if anything, just going to be a better movement shooter than Michael Porter Jr. And just he's a bad defender, but a little bit better of a defender.
He's not a bad defender.
Okay, he's fine, right? So
He's a good defender.
Comparing to Michael Jr. Porter is insane. Also, have you seen some of the clips of Michael Porter Jr.?
What?
Of his yeah. In the last
Maybe
2
I've
months?
seen one
where
I've seen the graphics where he's talking about his brother's advice was gambling. Yeah, we fucking know that, actually.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, trust me, we're aware of that. His advice was women. Is there more? Like, is there more? And who knows? Maybe he's just being honest, and that's just the way that is. But is there a more self-consciously posturing advice to be telling everyone than women? You know, like, oh man, my advice was I get too much pussy. You know,
yeah.
being so good looking, and as such, women is my advice. It's like, oh, is he saying that to a woman?
So you haven't seen a lot of his podcast clips, because on Twitter everyone's like,
it can't be good.
People are saying it's so good for Jokic's legacy that he changes teams, and 2 months later he's doing 2 podcasts a week, and he's just saying some fucking out of pocket shit. This week, which listeners may know as last week, he said he just talks, right? And he's like, man, if I'm talking to a girl and things are going nice, what I'll do is I'll just like go on Instagram and I'll just show her some clips of Andrew Tate, and then just see how she reacts. And they're like, what? And he goes, yeah, because like I just want to know if she like still likes me despite liking Andrew Tate and stuff. And it's like, what? And he just said that on a pod.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, not at all. And yeah, he's just insane. He's been doing a lot of these things as well. It's great for Jokic's legacy that the Denver Nuggets were just like, hey, just shut up for a bit, and you just had porn stars on.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. plays for the Nets, which we're going to talk about next episode.
HCC? Hardcore Christian?
Nah, surely not.
I think.
Well, there's heaps of vices in the Porter Jr. family.
Yeah, well, actually, famously, there are 7 deadly sins as well. You're not supposed to have those.
Actually, I'm not familiar with the law. All right, so I'm super excited for this team because they don't have Michael Porter Jr. They don't have Dario Saric. I actually quite like Jonas Valanciunas backing up Jokic, because the Jokic backup situation has been precarious at best. And I actually quite like that Jonas Valanciunas is a similar player to Nikola Jokic, obviously like a super light version. Like if it's 2011, we're talking like Angry Birds Light, where you get the first 2 levels as opposed to Angry Birds for $1.29. Yeah. What have you found?
Mark, this is from my easily my 7th favorite clinker at Google AI Overview. Michael Porter Jr. is a Christian, a detail he has shared, but he is not currently a vegetarian or vegan.
Thank Christ. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, some useful colour to that as well. He's like the opposite of me, because I am not a Christian, but I am currently a vegetarian or vegan.
I reckon if you Google Dante Boffa religion, it'll say Dante is not currently Christian, but he is a vegan.
That's actually really interesting.
Nah, no way you're coming up. Or is it going to be there's no such thing as Dante Boffa religion? Who would have thought? Anyway, I quite like Jonas Valanciunas coming off the bench, playing like a proto-Jokic role. And I'm actually a little bit intrigued of Jokic playing with Jonas Valanciunas. Just for maybe 5 minutes a night at the start of the season. If it doesn't work, never go back to it.
It won't work.
It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Tim Hardaway Jr., instead of just drafting shooters who aren't very good at basketball, they just brought in the dude who you know that all he can do is shoot. And Tim Hardaway Jr. You just know he's going to shoot 38% from three. He's going to get up like 7 a game. It's going to be
42% from the field, 38% from three.
Yeah. And you just know exactly what it's going to look like, and it's probably going to win them one playoff game in all 16, and they might not win a title, but at least they get that. Whereas with Julian Strawberry, you're probably not going to get that, right? And also Julian Strawberry could maybe pop off. Bruce Brown, you know what you're getting. He's a lot worse than he was 2 years ago, but you know how he fits and you know what his role could be. And he's going to help with the
do it anymore.
And he's going to help with the playmaking. I'm going over. I'm saying this team's going to win 54 games. If they do, it will be it'll be the third time it's happened in 7 years. This team loves 49 to 52 wins because they love taking their foot off the gas. But I think Jokic is still very good at basketball. He's going to be maybe the MVP again, and you're just surrounding him with better talent. You're not who is their old Popeye? No, who is their old GM? Kelvin Booth, the ugly one that looks like Nick Cage. It's not him. Like
it looks like you put fucking Nick Cage's face on Mike Brown's body.
But there's no more Kelvin Booth being like, don't worry guys,
like Mike Brown, the coach of the New York Knicks, I just fucking remembered.
Yeah, there's no him saying, hey, I've drafted 7 guys the last 2 years. They're going to be good. Like, watch me. It's like, okay, no, you've just got vets.
All right, can I go?
Yeah. You've gone under.
I've gone under. Cam Johnson is not that good.
Is he better than Michael Porter Jr.?
Probably.
Sick.
Cam Johnson has low-key had mad health issues for the last 3 seasons. Like, not been available, and some of that definitely was he was playing in Brooklyn and they were like shutting him down, but he has been injured for the last 3 seasons. He was injury prone. He had shoulder issues in Phoenix as well. Jonas Valanciunas, I agree with you, fine, but like it's not going to work to play them together.
Can I say, is he better than any other backup center they've had?
Yeah, for sure, but that's not the argument. The argument is then
is he better than DeAndre Jordan?
The argument is, are they going to win 54 games? Tim Hardaway Jr., fine. Bruce Brown, let's see. The team's going to win 50, 51, 52. It might be.
Yeah, it's a hard argument to like really push back.
Yeah, I don't think that. Like you kind of said it. 2 of the last 6 seasons they've won more than this number, and in many of those seasons they've had a healthy Murray and a healthy Porter Jr. for the majority of the season. They don't necessarily have either of those.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily, obviously, it's referring to Murray being healthy when he too has been injury prone. I think this is going to be a really good team. I think they'll sniff a top 4 seed.
Yeah.
But I ultimately don't think they're going to hit that number.
Yeah.
Going under.
Sneaky saved a lot of money in the Cam Johnson deal, which it's for cheap ownership. Yeah.
They're nicely set up for the back end of the decade.
Yeah.
Because of that move.
But losing a pick isn't great for the back end of the decade.
Yeah, that's in 2032. So.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, their number is set at 50.5. Not much. They added Jon. I've heard this guy's name apes. Jon Beringer, 17th pick.
How you've been hearing it said?
It's not how I've been hearing it said.
Yeah.
How have you been hearing it said?
Haven't heard it said, but I can tell you it's not Jon.
How would you pronounce that?
I don't know, like Jean.
Yeah, Jean. It's 100% Jean.
Jean Beringer.
17th pick, French centre. They have another French centre on the team.
I distinctly remember a French centre going high in the draft last year. I wonder how that worked out.
Who was it?
Tijon Savon.
You always have to say his name really long. Tijon Savon. Rocco Zukowski.
Sick cunt.
They lost Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They had the trio of free agents, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid. You assume they're going to keep Julius Randle, and for second apron purposes, they could only pick between one of Nick Alex Walk and Nick Alex or Walk, or Naz Reid, and they picked Naz Reid.
What would you have done?
So, like, what do you need to do? You need to stop Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? And Nikhil Alexander-Walker couldn't do that.
Yeah, but no one
could. So then, okay,
except for Aaron Neesmith.
So, yeah, crazy. So then it's like, okay, keep your identity of the bigs, right? And have Naz Reid as, I guess you don't really need insurance, because if Gobert's bad, then Gobert's bad and your team's bad. But keep your identity of the bigs.
Your sixth man is a big and not a guy.
Yeah. I think it's a fine choice to make. It sucks that they have to make it. But I think it's a fine choice. I've gone over. What are you going to do?
I actually didn't put anything in my little spreadsheet because this was the one that I found to be the most challenging.
You want to be convinced if they're going to win 51 games?
Yeah, like, I don't fucking know.
Well, listen to this, sorry. So last year they won 49. The teams above them, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Houstons, and the OKC. Houston, OKC, they're going to win 60-plus games, right? The Lakers, Nuggets, and Clippers, you've all picked to go under on their numbers, which are all around the 49. And out of those that whole of 50-plus wins, gun to your head. What?
Yeah, it's like me channeling like telepathy.
So
yeah, so you're telling me to go over, so I'm going to go over.
Yeah, go over, because like, look, so you're telling me that that 3, 4, 5, they're all going to go down.
Yeah.
And so Min, right? Golden State, they're not going to do it. Memphis, you said. Memphis, they're obviously, we've picked them to win 42, 43 games. Kings out, Dallas injured, Phoenix,
yeah,
and then only San Antonio.
The only team below that I think is like raring to get ahead of them is probably San Antonio.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going over.
And they got no health issues.
Thanks for holding my hand through that.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's quite a clear over, which is kind of scary because they don't have many good basketball players. Oklahoma City Thunder, their number set at 62.5. They added Thomas Sorber with the 15th pick. Nikola Topic will be returning from injury. They lost nobody of note. It's actually crazy how they were using some of their roster spots. They re-signed Shea, Chet, J. Will, and AJ Mitchell. Did you know they won the 2024-25 NBA championship?
Did you know they won the 2024-25 NBA championship while playing AJ Mitchell first quarter minutes in the finals?
Yeah, I was actually, sidebar, I think about Tyrese's injury like once every 2 days. Yeah. It's incredible.
Hold on, let me do my impression.
You were actually pissed off at the telly. You were sitting right here and you're like, stop playing it. Yeah. Ew.
Yeah. Because I didn't see it the first 6 times. Like, actually, I was like thinking like, oh, like it could be his calf. Like maybe it's not all over. And then when I finally did actually look at the right part of the leg and see it, and it's just like, it's unmistakable. It's like someone has pulled every single string on the half all the way back and then just let it go. And it's like a beautiful musical.
Classic halves. Yeah. I think this team's got really serious 2016 Warriors potential here. And I don't know whether you're going to laugh at me or agree with me here, but a young team that people say that they like maybe luckily won a title. Like, you know, we're all saying like, God, if Tyrese didn't get injured, that is a coin flip, right? Tyrese hit 3 threes. Like maybe it's a little bit heavier on one side of the coin, right? Just as when the Warriors won their title in 2015, it's like, okay, Kyrie Love injured, Kelly Olynyk dislocated, Kevin Love's shoulder, he wasn't what he was. And then they come out the following season and prove that they're like still growing. And it's like the Warriors made an effort to say like, hey, last year wasn't a fluke. Let's win as many regular season games as we can. They come out and they won 73 games. Things happen. They're exhausted by the time we got to the finals. Steph Curry got injured in the first round.
That's what happened. Things happen.
So do you like that theory? Because OKC could just take their foot off the gas and just say, cool, we're happy if we make a top 4 seed. Or do you see this young team with no injury history saying, fuck it, let's win 70?
I'm going to answer your question with a statement. That's not the question that you asked me.
Awesome.
I'm going over, but I initially went under.
Ooh.
All of the years that we've been doing this, we've had multiple teams that have had an over-under set like this, and none of them have achieved it.
Like the Celtics last year.
Yeah. So the Celtics, the Bucks have had, I think, 2, if not 60s, then like 59s. The Nuggets had one as well. None of them have done it. Like, you don't back up a 65-win season with another 63-win season. It doesn't really happen. And so I think I might have been telling you recently that I recently watched the movie The Big Short.
That was last week, wasn't it?
Last week, yeah. For the first time. And I was thinking about shorting the Thunder. Not because I don't believe in them, but because I think they're going to win 58 games instead of 69. And then because I do agree with you that there's no corollary for this team in recent NBA history being so young, so deep, and with so many different looks and also like usable depth. You know, like your backup center when he needed to play starting center for 50 games just actually became like the 12th best center in the league. So I do agree with you broadly. That this team, I'm not sure about 2016 Warriors, but I think if there was ever going to be a team that's going to go back-to-back 65 win,
it'll be this one.
So essentially it'll be this one.
It's just like, let's say they do take the foot off the gas, right? It's pretty hard for them to still lose games with the foot off the gas, because then it's like, okay, what were you're resting Shea, or Shea's just playing 25 minutes. Casamwell's really good. Isaiah Joe, incredible regular season player. Is Jalen Williams just going to play more basketball, right? Can someone pop, like, you know, AJ Mitchell's like a Ty Jerome light, right? You've got these like good regular season, good basketball players. Like, there's people there that can pop off the bench and do a little bit more than that they've shown.
And I don't think it's as easy as like taking your foot off the gas or like strategically resting people. Like, the West is still awesome. There's still 10 to 12 really good teams in the West.
Yeah.
So like, you can't necessarily just be like, we're going to play Shea 65 games like a team.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
And like these, I think, I'd be shocked if he wanted that.
Yeah.
If any of these players wanted that, if the coach wanted that, you know, I think you're probably more likely than not to be right that they do want to go from strength to strength with a little bit of hunger.
Next day, the Portland Trailblazers, their number is set at 33.5. They added Yang Hansen, Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard, which I forgot about actually, and Blake Wesley. They lost DeAndre Ayton, Anthony Simons, and Jabari Walker. This is one of the ones where I don't know what to do, man. Like, I actually didn't write anything down. Did you write something down?
Yeah, I did.
What did you write?
I wrote over
by like 2.
I thought about it for a long time as well. This team's going to win 34, 35 games.
Again?
like, yeah.
For eternity.
They're kind of... It's weird. They're kind of almost like a bizarro world, like Kings or Blues, because they're set up to win precisely that many games, but with mostly young, unproven guys, whereas the Kings and the Bulls will generally do it with like known quantities who it's like, you know that these 5 players playing together are going to get you this number. It's weird to say that with like Skirt and Shaden and players that ostensibly have so much potential for Klingon in there.
Yeah.
Chinlani Kamara. Like, there's potentially good NBA players on here. Still seems to me pretty clear that they're going to win low to mid 30s.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely to be in the 34 to 37 range than it is to be in the 29 to 33 range. So I'm going over, but like the most tepid over you could possibly go.
Yeah, they won 36 last year, and like you could argue that they're better.
You could also argue that they're worse
because of Anthony Simons.
Well, Simons and Ayton are gone.
Yeah, but
in their place they've added Drew Holiday as like players. And Drew Holiday was like,
no, I think more minutes to Klingon is better for winning basketball games.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I think Klingon might be like the next like Rudy Gobert, like not actually, not
I definitely disagree.
Not defensive player of the year, but it's like the next statistical darling.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to go over because I've talked myself over with Donovan Klingon. Utah Jazz, 18.5 wins. They added Kyle Anderson, Ace Bailey, Walter Clayton Jr., Kevin Love, Jordan Nang, Yusuf Nurkic. They lost Jordan Clarkson, Johns Collins, Sexland. What do you want to do with this one?
I want to tell you my over-under prediction, but before I do... you had kind of written like, oh, who's the best point guard on this roster? And I remember us talking last year about...
Keontae George?
Yeah, whether the best point guard prospects from last year's team was Isaiah Collier or Keontae George, and us having kind of different perspectives on that. And then they drafted Walter Clayton Jr. He was like supposed to be like a highly rated combo guard in year 6.
And played well in summer league.
Yeah, he played well in summer league. Collier didn't. I randomly watched a couple of Utah Jazz
games.
Loves the turnover. Loves it.
Isaiah Collier, I haven't seen him play a good basketball game in summer league or NBA basketball.
So in kind of doing a bit of research, I was like, oh, Walter Clayton Jr., like, you know, wasn't his dad a football player? And I realized that I was thinking about Walter Payton, not Walter Clayton. Walter Payton was like a Hall of Fame running back in the American Football League. And so I Googled Walter Clayton Sr. And the people also ask section that Google has thrown up to me what I think is potentially the strangest sentence I've ever read in my entire life. It's about, the question is, who is Walter Clayton Jr.'s father? And the answer is, he is the son of Sherry Ann Quark, who played softball and basketball at Frostproof Middle Senior High School, and Walter Clayton Sr., who played basketball and football at Frostproof. So things to take note there is that his mother's name is Sherry Ann Quarg, Quarg, and that he went to a school called Frostproof Middle Senior High School. And please join me as I Google Frostproof Middle Senior High School.
It's a city in Florida. Frostproof.
That's fucking a bit nuts.
I did a thing the other. Oh my god! One of the pictures. Oh my god! Look at this. Crooked. It's a
fucking crane eating a snake,
and it's called Crooked Lake.
So, Frostproof Middle High School, or FMSHS.
That rolls off the Lake Clinch. Fucking Reedy Lake.
Why does Lake Clinch sound like? Why does Clinch sound like a
dirty word?
Dirty word.
Look at that, St. Anne Shrine.
Oh wow!
Looks like Cambodia.
Yeah.
Crooked Lake Prairie. Yeah. Oh my god, Mr. Chris. I you know my Golden State Warriors jacket, like the big like bomber jacket,
Letterman jacket.
Yeah. So don't describe it like that. It sounds bad. I want the people to think I've got cool clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert jacket.
There's always been like a piece of paper in it, like in like the middle part of the jacket that I've just never been able to reach. And Chesk was wearing it the other day, and she like picked a hole in the pocket, and was like, "Oh my god, blah, 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 what's this?" Grabbed something. There's like a penny in there, right? Like a quarter. And then I was like, "Oh, let's get the fucking piece of paper that's been in there for 4 years." So I reach around the back and I grab a piece of paper, and it's a stamp to get $1 off postage at Christmas time, like 2014, for this like fucking random ass, yeah, it's a cat eating food, for this random ass like town in New York, like suburban New York. And I look it up, and I just go through Google Maps. So I was just walking through on Google Maps, this just like dog shit looking town in New York, and man, like some grim spots in that country. I can't remember its name, but like we should just get on Google Maps Frostproof and just have a walk.
That's actually a great idea. Maybe we could do like a stream, like a GeoGuessr,
yeah,
Deep 2 collaboration. Look at this. It's built on a north-south axis in between two lakes.
Oh, that looks real bad.
Doesn't that just look like the fucking pit?
Is this their Northlands?
Wow.
The Lake Cinch shopping centre, I assume.
Wow, they got a Yamaha.
Are you like pianos or motorbikes? What are we talking?
It's that blue building there.
Irwine's Marine Sales and Services.
Far out. What's this big rectangle?
I reckon that's a lot. That's got to be it. Oh, that's
depot or a factory of some sort. Looks kind of like a Yarra Trams depot. Driving in my pickup truck.
This isn't good podcasting.
All right, so I'm going under on the Utah Jazz. They're 18. Whoa, where'd my fucking over-unders go? That's crazy.
You're going under. That's not a lot of wins.
Bro, it's such a fucking low amount of wins. It's unbelievably low amount of wins. But I think,
Last year they won 17 games.
contrary to what Danny Ainge's son is saying, that they're not going to fucking tank, like it's time to be serious. This is the last season where they feasibly can tank. They can trade Lauri Markkanen at the trade deadline
Yeah.
after winning 20% of their games, and they can win no games after February. And they can try really hard to get that last like top 3 pick that they need to feel really good about them building something with Ace Bailey,
Cody Williams.
next year's top 3 pick, and then like pick your real random mid to late first round prospects that are going to pop.
Yeah.
Between Cody Williams,
Walker Kessler.
his leg just went sideways last year. Taylor Hendricks,
Yeah, no, don't. Even before his leg went sideways, mate, don't include him.
Collier, Clayton, George, and Filipowski. That's 6 young guys. 2 of them have to be.
Walker Kessler. He's the good one.
Yeah.
He's the good one that they keep floating in trades.
He's like part of the team.
Part of the furniture.
Team guy.
Yeah,
was like he's good, and like you don't need to find out that he's good.
Yeah.
The other guys, it's like, okay, 2 of these 6 players have to be like fucking role players by the law of averages.
Yeah. What's Yusuf Nurkic doing on this roster?
Bro, he's on this roster?
Yeah, he got traded for Colin Sexton. Yeah. All right, let's go to the Atlantic Division. The Boston Celtics, their number set at 42.5 wins.
Easily one of my 3 favorite divisions.
They added Chris Boucher, Luka Garza, Josh Minott, Anthony Simons, and they drafted Hugo Gonzalez. They lost Drew Holiday, Luke Cornett, Kristaps Porzingis, and Al Horford, assuming he's a Warrior. They control their own pick this year. Joe Mazzulla got extended on a long-term deal, and the team is also actively trying to trade Anthony Simons again. They will make a trade to get under the luxury tax, but the front office, Brad Stevens, came out and said we will not be trading Jaylen Brown or Derek White unless we get blown away. Jason Tatum's actually missing the whole entire season as well. Probably should mention that. Peyton Pritchard, starting point guard, maybe. Anthony Simons, starting point guard. Maybe keep Peyton Pritchard as your 6th man of the year again. You'd feel pretty stiff if you were Peyton Pritchard. And you don't get to start now.
And also, by the way, you're getting paid $8 million a year.
Yeah, to never elevate your value. So how far can this team go?
By the way, how beautiful is Naboo in the sunset?
Some of the best nights there. 42.5, I'm kind of leaning over. The East is shit.
It's really shit. This was hard. Also, so weird seeing the Boston Celtics like with that number. I literally thought it was the Atlanta Hawks number when I saw it.
It hasn't started with not 5 in a long time.
Yeah, a long time. I've also gone over, as I wrote my notes 3 hours ago.
Last week.
7 days and 3 hours ago. Last Thursday night, I wrote my notes. Can we cut that in post, please? I've also gone over. Because the East is shit. That being said, they lost like pretty much every good role player they had. And essentially like 3 of their 5 best players.
Yeah.
That's
stiff.
pretty huge.
So they need to make another deal to get under the tax. I think they can get under that number with Sam Hauser plus another minor move like Baylor Scheinman. And then it's like, okay, well, if you do that, then you're using this year as a development year for who, right? Like, how do you, yeah.
Peyton Pritchard is your young guard prospect who's already.
He's 27.
Okay, so he's already at the level.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown and Derek White are either side of 30, respectively.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, who? Garza has got to be, he's nothing, but he's given 25. Simons has got to be 26.
Garza's turning 26.
Yeah.
Chris Boucher's 32. Yeah. Like, how do you replace Kristaps Porzingis next year? Yeah.
Like, the only play could be to get a higher pick, but they're not going to be bad enough in the Eastern Conference to get a top 10 pick. So,
but maybe that's why we should go under, because if you take a step back, how do they get another piece to compete unless you're trading Anthony Simons plus picks?
Jason Tatum comes back, and then they're just as.
But that's not enough, man.
In the Eastern Conference, they have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White, and fucking Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, but you can't win a title. Like, how you going to be...
Another year to, like, tinker around the edges and retool, plus whatever you get for Simons' salary slot, plus whatever you have with the first-round pick that you get next year, that ends up being 11.
Yeah, okay.
It's the East.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, we're both ticking over.
That puts you in the top 4 in the East, in my mind, pretty comprehensively. Jason Tatum was one of the 10 best players in the league, so it's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult when he comes back, though.
Yeah, but he's 27.
All right, the Brooklyn Nets, their number's set at 20.5. They added Michael Porter Jr., the podcaster, they added Terrence Mann, Haywood Highsmith. They drafted rookies Nolan Traore, Drake Powell, Benjamin Saraf, Danny Wolf, and Yegor Demon.
I think it's more of a J in there.
Right.
Like Jagor.
Right. Jemin. Not funny, whatever. They lost Cam Johnson, D'Angelo Russell, and Trendon Watford. They've got a small window of draft control, and now is their time to lose, and they don't have DFS.
Igor Jorman.
Interesting.
Igor.
That sounds Russian. They don't have like a Dorian Finney-Smith and a Dennis Schroeder to like vault them to 3-1.
Hate to be a pot stir, but between Ben Saraf and Igor Jorman, they seem to have a type. Aggressive. You keep cleaning up what I'm putting down.
Oh yes,
They love to
geopolitics.
attack the restricted area.
That's funny. Did you pre-write that?
No, I just
Fuck, bro. Good on you, man.
1.5 Japanese rice lager and decided to get us cancelled by the by the Zionist lobby.
God, with the podcast, we'll never recover. 20.5 wins. I think these guys are going to battle against the Utah Jazz for the worst record in the league.
It's just the thing every year that it's like 21 wins. Like, that's so fucking easy. But as we talked about last week, sometimes, as with the Nets last season, like, you can win 3 of your first 4 games and be like, oh, 18 is for sure happening.
No, but remember the whole thing Lucas said last year? The Washington Wizards won 18 games last year, and they had 2 3-game win streaks.
Yeah. Yeah, they also beat
Atlanta 3 times.
Yeah, the thing is that, say that they're going to play like...
Sorry, that's incorrect. They had 1 3-game win streak and 2 2-game win streaks.
Lucas is always saying incorrect things. Say that they're going to seriously play like an average of maybe like 12, 13 players like throughout next season who are like, you know, not due to like injury replacements or whatever, like an actual proper part of their roster. If it's 12, right? 5 of those 12, 41.7%, are literally rookies. And none of them were drafted. There was one who was drafted 8th, and then the rest of them were all drafted from 20 onwards in the draft.
Also, every podcast I've listened to has said the dude who was drafted 8th might be the shittest. Like, everyone's calling him an idiot. Yeah. Are you going under here or over?
Let's see what...
Are you trying to convince yourself to over?
No, I'm just saying it's hard. I think I did go over. Nah, that's silly. I'm going under.
Oh, you go under. It is very serious. They had Danny Wolf, Benjamin Saraf pick and rolls. To be fair, Ben Saraf looked pretty good in summer league.
I watched. Oh, who was it? I watched a really good basketball breakdown. I'm not usually a tape dog, but it came across my Instagram algorithm. It was one of them of the European wings. That the only move that they have is like a spin one way and then a floater. Yeah. And I watched that video and I was like, oh, I'm less convinced. Also, like, Danny Wolf, his whole thing is that he's like 7 foot tall and like
mobile
on the deck and like pointing out from 3 and stuff. Sorry, that's not gonna work. That works for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Because he's Victor Wembanyama. It doesn't work for like 7 foot like roll guy.
Yeah, you're not playing against future plumbers anymore.
No, yeah, by roll I don't mean ROLF.
Haywood Highsmith, pretty good pickup for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
New York Knicks, their number set at 53.5. They added Jordan Clarkson. Can you Google the pronunciation on that? Gershon Yabusele. They lost Precious Chua, someone else, but it doesn't matter. And they re-signed Mikal Bridges.
Who's the someone else?
Oh, just like a bottom of the roster.
I thought you were going to say Tom Thibodeau.
Well, I was going to say they got rid of Thibodeau and they added Braun.
I think
Braun.
it's pronounced Braun. I think it's pronounced Braun.
So
I just have to say it.
exact same roster that won 51 games last year.
Yeah.
And I would say, as you can see on the film room, at youtube.com/at the film room. Sorry, at the deep 2. Just fucking... It's just going to be so much better managed. I'm actually really excited for this offense.
He's going to be so much better managed.
Yeah, I'm just excited for Mike Brown to be like, hey, I've got creators at 4 of 5 positions, maybe 5 of 5 most of the time. I'm fucking over the moon just saying, hey, OG Anunoby, see what you can do, because I don't want you sitting in the corner.
TTM.
OG
Anunoby.
OG Anunoby, you're getting guarded by the 4th best perimeter defender, and you're one of the strongest wings in the league. Fucking see if you can post up.
Sean, how naive you are. We're only paying him $48 million. We don't actually expect him to be a crucial part of our offensive team.
Mikal Bridges, I don't know. Like, I'm just so much more excited to have.
Bridges.
I'm so much excited to have them have a good coach and not Tibbs, who's just like, hey, let's.
He's a good coach. He's just maybe not the coach that this team needs.
He's not an offensive fucking dynamo.
I brought it over not because of anything to do with the coaching, more just because I feel like they did. For the players last season underperformed.
Well, okay.
But I think they're better than that. I think they're better than they are.
They've also got confidence in themselves after making the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. Is there something to be said for that?
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Both going over. Philadelphia 76ers.
What do you do?
Their number's 42.5. They added Trendon Watford, VJ Edgecombe, Jabari Walker. 2 of those 3 players are 2-way contracts. They lost Gershon Yabusele, Ricky Council IV, Art Marco. He said he's the guy that he turns his TV off when he sees him come on. Quentin Grimes is still sitting out there, but I'm just going to assume he's going to come back on a deal slightly above the mid-level exception, because it would be malpractice for him to take his qualifying offer and then head into this team with one of the deepest fucking guard wing rotations and just lose all his money.
Much to be their 11th on the qualifying offer.
So 42.5. If Joel Embiid's healthy and Paul George is healthy, they're going to win a lot of games.
You know what I did as part of my due diligence for preparing for this episode? Is I googled Joel Embiid injury, and do you know what didn't come up?
Health.
Joel Embiid is expected to be on the court for training camp.
Yeah, right. Well, that
was a notable absence. So we're going into another season where, you know, he's had off-season surgery or late-season surgery. There's no timetable of him to be back. Training camp is in less than 2 months. The season starts in 2 months. So training camp is feasibly in like 5 weeks. And we don't know for sure that Joel Embiid is going to be practicing with the team. That, you know, Paul George, Maxey, and then Edgecombe and Grimes. That's not winning you a lot of games. Yeah,
but you're missing a few players. You're missing a few key players. Jared McCain. Did you say Jared McCain?
No, I didn't.
Well, there's Jared McCain. He's coming back after...
Jared McCain's played 15 NBA games. Just putting it out there.
And he should have won Rookie of the Year for it. Yeah, it's...
Alton Brogdon would like a word.
So you're going under?
No, I'm actually going over.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How many games is Joel Embiid playing?
Fucking who knows?
So if he plays less than 30...
I think last week my thinking was just like, I'm going to go over because the East is bad. I think that was my thinking.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just fucking take that point off you. I'm going under. The Toronto Raptors, their numbers set at 37.5. They added Sandro Mamukulashvili, Colin Murray-Boyles. They lost Chris Boucher, someone else.
This is so funny, by the way. I had such a chuckle at this. You can read it out.
Pin the towel on the power forward level possible. There's been a few bad reports coming out of Toronto about their front office decisions, where someone, Masai Ujiri, apparently made the Brandon Ingram trade when the rest of the front office was like, oh, I don't think we should do that. And he goes, no, we should just do something. Let's just do something, guys. And then he did that. And they're like, oh, cool. The dude who's going to take over from you once you get fired, who's in the room right now, isn't going to have too much fun with that. But, like, where do you play these guys? Like, who's defending who? We got Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, Scooter Barnes, RJ Barrett, who actually had a fine season last year, Colin Murray-Boyles, who's supposed to be like the next Draymond, right? Jakob Poeltl's just going to fucking throw through everything off on offense. Grady Dick's still on this team. Like, Emmanuel Quickly, if healthy, is great. But, yeah, like we've heard in other podcasts, like, everyone's pointing to him saying, hey, I'm a young and up-and-coming scoring forward who's never sniffed All-Star.
Bro, fucking the contract was signed a year ago. 5 years, $175 million.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I do believe that some of that in the 5th year was partially guaranteed, which is awesome news for Bobby Webster in Toronto because you only have 3 more years to go before you can pay to have him not on the team.
Yeah.
This is one that I struggled with. In fact, when I did my initial kind of run through last week, I just wrote IDK because I really don't know. This is like pretty low, and everyone that you just mentioned is actually a good basketball player. That's the thing. The fit is like diabolical, but they're all good. They're all actually starting level.
Do they have the right coach?
Bro, it's fucking Darko Rajakovic.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. You know, couldn't tell you anything about him. Then evidently he's from the Balkans.
Yeah. Well, so look, the top 8 in the Eastern Conference are probably all going to be the top 8 next year. Plus,
He's Serbian.
Plus the Atlanta Hawks, who are 9th.
You feel malice about him.
Yeah, no, he gets angry as well.
Usually.
So let's look at the top 10 of the East. So you've got the regulars, and then in the play-in you had Orlando, Atlanta, Chicago, Miami. I would say they're all generally trending upwards, right? Philadelphia 76ers, if Joel's healthy, obviously they're a great team. Charlotte Hornets, I'm actually quite bullish on them. And then you've got the Toronto Raptors.
Is it obvious that they're a great team with Joel? Like,
No, but I'm just saying, are they better than the Toronto Raptors? If Joel's healthy, are the 76ers better than Toronto?
if Joel is healthy, let's qualify that. Does that mean until Joel plays 70 games or if he plays 50 games?
50.
Because I think it's feasible that Toronto could be a 40-win team and Philly could be like a 44-win team, which in the grand scheme, I know that's the exercise of split hairs between
Yeah.
but in the grand scheme of, like, that's actually not
Yeah, the GSA.
that much different. And then I guess if you like, Pacers are definitely slipping out, the Bucks keep down.
No, they're not. They're not. I'm actually gonna next week's episode. I'm actually quite excited.
The Raptors, you know, those 4 teams that you listed, the Raptors finished 9 games or more behind all of them. So
But no, I guess tanking with the play-in, it's quite hard to like compare records when you.
yeah, and
Let's say they're a 33-win team.
they were tanking. Why were they tanking? Partly because
They were shit.
and fucking
Scooter.
Quickly were in it.
Just
God, Brandon Ingram and what's his name? Ishmael Quickly.
Emmanuel. It's Italian.
Thank God Ingram and Emanuele Quickly have never had like long-lasting and well-documented injury records. Like, this team might not have the option to pivot into a tank next season.
How do you say quickly in Italian? Is it staccato? Or?
Yeah, staccato refers more like a rhythm rather than pace.
I only know that because of music.
Yeah.
Emmanuel staccato. Nah, that's not funny. Are you going to go over? Are you saying this is like a 40-win?
Actually, for sure, waiting for you.
I'm waiting for you. I'm leaning under.
Velocemente.
I'm leaning under.
Basta, velocemente.
I'm leaning under.
Oh.
But this,
You know what I'm going to do?
you're going to pick whatever I don't
I'm going to
pick.
be really cynical with this exercise, and I'm going to match you.
You don't match me.
No, I'm matching you.
Don't match me.
Because I'd rather.
I write the fucking Google sheet, man. I'll just change whatever you put. Whatever you say, I'm just going to change it. I'm gonna go under, and I think
You've been 2-number pushing for literally 5 years. I'm matching you on this.
How about this? I would convince you of the under, because how does a team whose offense is going to have Brandon Ingram, Rowan Barrett, and Jakob Poeltl, like if they're to be, you just put beer on your head. That's so funny.
Threes did Scotty Barnes make last year? 100?
Nah, it's got to be like 42.
So, yeah, that's going to be challenging. I think I'm going to go under, Sean. I think you've convinced.
Yeah, and I'm not going to change it when we get into the sheet. All right, 3-point made, 76.
Yeah.
He made 76 threes. All right, Dante, good talking to you, man. I'll catch you next week when we wrap up these over-unders.
Get this bloody beer off my face.
You want to talk WNBA? Maybe some WNBL? Australian Opals chat? Heck, even dabble in some EuroLeague? Find the W Basketball Show on the Deep 2 Podcast Network.